Jake Kleiman, and this is my persuasive speech for my public speaking class at UF. This is my OneNote card that I get. This is my audience. And my speech will start now. Statistically speaking, about a third of you in this room will not secure a job after your undergraduate degree in the state of Florida. Of the 2/3 of you left, only about half of you will get a job within the field of your major. In today's day and age, it doesn't cut it anymore to simply be book smart. Studying hard and getting grades isn't enough anymore. In today's world, businesses need innovators. People who can think outside of the box and build companies for the better. That being said, as a fellow UF student, if the true purpose of college is to prepare you for the future, then the University of Florida needs to seriously suggest adding in a performing arts credit to the Gen Ed requirement in order to stimulate our more artistic and creative ways of thinking. Now, UF will boast that they do their job and they prepare us for the future, yet they miss a critical aspect of everyday life. Just like math and reading, people will face the adversity of creativity almost every day, yet most institutions neglect this. Art is deeply embedded in our culture. It affects who we are as people, it affects what we do, it affects how we're seen. Our music, dance, films, art, it all defines America and us as what it is. And businesses profit off of this. Every industry knows this and profits off of it in some way. For example, the National Conference Board proved that in this millennia, new businesses that are created look for creativity as their #1 chart for new employees. The chart on the right, for all you engineers out there, is the Dow Industrial 500 top character traits for the new employees. Collaboration, communication, and creativity are the top 3. I don't think How To teaches that. I'm sorry. Now, to think it would only take 2 extra classes to solve thousands of students' problems. If the University of Florida added, let's say, 6 credit hours into a performing arts Gen Ed requirement, then it's proven that it will significantly increase critical thinking skills, innovation, and collaboration among every student at UF. Easily. Now, it doesn't have to be any specific art. Literally any of them would do. Music, song, art, dance, even film and photography are proven to extremely and dramatically increase every single artistic development, critical thinking, and innovation. Now, I understand that with the addition of a Gen Ed requirement, it would now take extra class seats, extra facilities to teach these, extra payment for faculty, and it's basically a monetary issue. On top of this, realistically, all of these classes have seats already, hundreds of them that aren't filled because it's not required. The only students that take these classes are those that are in the respective majors, and let's be honest, at UF there aren't many of them. The rest of the monetary issue could almost pay for itself, the same way that UF athletics pays for itself. If we use student-run concerts, art galleries, exhibitions, dance recitals, film debuts, all student-run, the university could turn a profit off of this new development. To put it into grander scale, that is the art and culture section of the national GDP, which is about 3.5%. That's more than agriculture and income combined. To bring it back more locally, the UF Athletics Department this year alone has made over $130 million. The chart on the right shows that the University of Florida's football team alone has made more than half of that figure. Over $130 million. The football team alone made half of it. The last hindrance to this plan is from the students themselves. It's your time. They don't think that they can fit 2 extra classes into the schedule. They don't want to, they want to graduate on time, and to them it's not worth it almost. Fortunately, the average UF student today walks in with about 20 incoming credits from either AP, IB, or dual enrollment courses. On top of that, every single major at the University of Florida takes into account unrequired electives in their tracking schedules. Ironically enough, the majority of unrequired electives taken at UF are from the arts department already. Now that I've clarified some of the problems, let me show you the benefits that this solution can bring. The National Association of the Arts did a study that shows students with higher facilitation of the arts show higher GPAs, higher test scores on average, and lower dropout rates at the college level. Easily. These tests are done using students of all socioeconomic backgrounds, which means that these benefits, if deserved, will be reaped by anyone and everyone. These tests are done nationally almost every year with different associations, making the same results, showing that studying the arts makes for better students, period. Not only would it help academically, but it could increase campus life as well. The University of Pennsylvania last year, 2015, did a study on their own campus showing that if there's a stronger focus of the arts as an institution, that it will increase social cohesion among its students, increase philanthropy rates among organizations on campus, increase civic engagement among the community around the campus, and it would increase charity amongst the students themselves. For example, Dance Marathon at UF. It's solely realizing that it's dancing for 24 hours, yet it is the largest student-run charity event in the Southeast. It's nationally recognized. This being said, UF will say that it's a well-rounded school. It has a well-rounded student body, it's a well-rounded faculty, and this principle brings it to that when you graduate, you're going to be a well-rounded individual ready to take on the world. This same principle of well-roundedness can be taken through its application process, where not only do they look at your GPA and your test scores, but they will also equally judge your extracurriculars and your personal essay in order to judge you as a whole. Personally, my heavy involvement musically is what I think got me into the UF in the first place. Now that I'm here, realizing that what the university sought in me is almost meaningless is, to say the least, strange. Studying the arts will help benefit your GPA. It will benefit your test scores. It will benefit your social life. It will benefit your campus life. It will benefit your college experience. And after it's over, it will benefit your future. All it takes is 2 classes. I now leave it to you to decide if it's worth it or not. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Now, I'll be taking any questions that you have, realizing this might not be a popular decision. Anything else? Yes?
Like, aren't most of our classes already focusing on critical thinking? So while you're getting an academic education, they're having like critical thinking, so what's the point of adding in more classes when you're doing it already?
It's a different type of critical thinking. That's more analytical, looking at data on your own. I want critical thinking that bases on your own ideas and what you want for the future. Because unfortunately, I mean, unless you want that type of job where you're just sitting at a desk, like doing data analysis or typing that in, you want to build yourself for something better. And that's the whole point of this. It's more critical in the way of your own critical ideas, not just critical analysis. Yes?
Do you think that it's possible to have the current required gen eds overlap with performing arts gen eds, like having them be required? Like,
I looked into that, and no, not really, because the effects of humanities and everything else, you can get a writing requirement, which is found in a lot of classes, which I guess you could put your own through it if necessary for the class, but in reality, it's a different way of thinking because you're still confined to that only certain type of, I guess, ideological thought. Like you're stuck just writing papers or anything for, I guess, like humanities, what you're talking about, or like a physical science, something like that, like what we do with paper. It's just, you need more free focus of thought.
You mentioned that students of the arts have a higher GPA than other students. Could that be reflective of easier classes, or do you truly think it's that they're more
because
creative?
their test scores are higher as well.
So you do believe that they're more creative than other students?
Mentally, they can think differently. Because I would say that if their test scores weren't higher, but on average they are as well.
Oh.
So, but that is a good question. That's what I thought originally at first, but no, because it correlates with test scores.
Do you think that taking 2 classes during your freshman year is really going to change that much, like when you're applying for jobs or grad school?
As long as you pay attention to the class and do good with it and try and retain something from school like you're supposed to, then yes, I do.